Hey you guys, I'm a little bit tired, but I just want to get on and say good morning. It's Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, I guess. It's always the morning for me, I feel like, because there's always something going on. But good morning, good afternoon, shit, whatever. Hi, I'm on my way to San Jose to see my mom, and she's in the hospital, so she'll be in there for 2 weeks. I feel kind of nauseous, so I'm not going to be on long. I be taking this medication called Zofran for my nausea. I don't know if any of you guys have ever taken it. For the most part, it works immediately, but lately it just hasn't been really working. But so I'm going. She's going to be in Mountain View at the hospital. So I'm going to go check her out to make so that the nurses and stuff and the staff there know that she has people and that she's just not in the hospital with no family support. Because I feel like when an old person or sick folks go to the hospital with no family support, they just be treating them crazy. Not changing their clothes, not turning them over, not feeding, not giving them the food that they want, like just pretty much treating them like crap. So I want to go to the hospital since she'll be there for 2 weeks and let folks know, nope, she's got people and we gonna pop up at any point and go the fuck off if you're not doing your job. But this morning was crazy. Well, it was actually in the middle of the night. I heard the alarm in the house across the street go off. I thought it was my house alarm. So I looked out the window and somebody was robbing the house across the street. I saw the whole thing. No, I didn't call the police because I ain't getting in it. Nope. They about to be in my house asking me questions and all this extra shit. Wanting to call me later on and use me as a witness and shit. But I heard the alarm go off across the street and I look out the window and the door is busted open. And then you could hear shit going on. Like, they was loud. They wasn't even quiet with it. And then I saw people, motherfuckers, like run out the front door. They was like all black hoodies. There was white people. I could tell because the part right here was white people. And they're like crouched down and they're like, they got their stolen goods. And then they jump in the car. And the door was just left busted open. The window over here was busted open. And the house alarm was going off. And the funny part about it is I didn't hear no police. Because the house alarm goes off, it goes straight to the police station and the fire department so they can come and check. How do I know? Because I have that same house alarm. That's why I thought it was my house. And did nobody show up? Like, I think I didn't hear no police or anything show up, but the alarm went off. And the lady that used to live there, a few hours later, comes around the corner looking all fucking crazy and shit, like she was on drugs. I feel like it was an inside job. When I told my family what happened, they were like, oh yeah, no, it was an inside job. Because I'm like, there's like several oxygen tanks with some that they had, and the house is being built upon, so there's some of the windows are boarded up and some of the windows had plastic on it because they're painting the outside of the house. So it's like a normal person wouldn't think to break into that house to try to take anything because it looks as though there's no one there, so there would be no property there. So you'd have to know that there might be something in there. So I don't know, that shit was a setup. Anyhow, I just wanted to get on because I'm on my way to go see my mom, and I'm gonna go to the house and do some chores and stuff for her so when she gets out everything is perfect. Wash the linen, just like clean up the bathroom. I'm gonna clean down her wheelchair so it's nice and fresh. Grab her some snacks and food that she likes and take it to the hospital. And I have my surgery on Tuesday. I have a hernia. A lot of people don't know what a hernia is, but a hernia is caused by like pressure and like a weak abdominal wall. And everybody knows I have several kids. I have 4 kids, so I've held lots of children on my abdominal wall. And the stress is probably part of it. Being a teacher for 24 years, raising my voice, talking loud, and then just being a mom, screaming. Like, I'm a screamer. Like, I, do a lot of loud voicing, and I put a lot of pressure on my abdomen. So what a hernia is when there's either a weak part of your, right now, intestinal wall. There's a hole in my intestines, and like the inner tissue that's keeping the shit in my intestine, it's like bursting through the hole. So they have to go in and they have to patch the hole up, kind of like putting a patch on my jacket. They don't cut you all the way open. They just like stick the tools in there, and they do it, and they look on a camera, and they're just like doing it. But they're gonna go in and they're gonna put a patch over it, and then they're gonna look on the other side to see if there's any more holes, and they're gonna fix that up. But I have to get it fixed, because if I don't, then there's a possibility that shit can start coming through that hole and like poison my body. So I've been having excruciating pain, so I can't wait for it to be over, and then I won't feel the pain anymore, I hope. But I got to get myself mentally and emotionally ready to have that surgery. So I'm gonna after this, I'm just gonna relax, and then probably at the end of next week go see my mom. I got 2 exhibits I gotta get prepared for. I got 3 pieces of art that I'm trying to finish. I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm a full-time artist now, so there's always a lot of work to do, especially when you're working for yourself. You don't have somebody telling you, this is what you need to do at this time. This is when you're going to eat. This is when you have lunch. This is when you can use the bathroom. These are the rules you better follow. Since I don't have those things, I have to come up with them on your own. Anybody that owns their own business knows that you have to plot out your own schedule and do your own thing. In order to be successful, you have to still work hard. Just because nobody's watching you doesn't mean you don't work hard for yourself. So I'm going to probably recover for a few days and then get back to work. I was going to get on some art tomorrow. I was even going to think I'm going to still go to the lake tomorrow, because I want to just be outside. It's going to be sunny. But I'm not going to be on Lakeshore in Brooklyn at all. Like, I don't know what happened to Lakeshore in Brooklyn, but the whole reason why I wasn't on the other side of the lake by the pergola columns is because it's just not my vibe. It's just not my vibe. And so I posted up on Lakeshore in Brooklyn in 2020. Okay, I was over there in 2020. It's not a new area for me. And when I went over there in 2020, when I started selling my art over there in 2020, there was nobody over there. That's the reason why I went over there. I wanted to be away from everybody. I wanted my own space. I wanted my art to stand out. I didn't want to be next to a whole bunch of other canopies doing all that flea market type vibe. And I don't know what happened, but Lakeshore in Brooklyn has turned into the flea market, and I'm not trying to be at the flea market. My art is priced over a lot of pieces are priced for over $1,000. So I'm not going to be selling my art next to people that are selling $10 t-shirts and being disrespectful. So I'm moving my the Rae Gallery all the way up on the other side of the lake. That's by the bridge. If you know, you know. Over by, more closer by the park, more closer by the Junior Center for Art and Science, more closer by Henry J. Kaiser, by the tall, the tall skyscraper type lofts. I'm gonna go over there where there's nobody at. People are like, there's not that much foot traffic over there. It's like, I don't care. I'm not looking for foot traffic. I'm just looking for a nice, beautiful, sunny place by the lake to post up with my art. And if people see my art, then they see it. If people want to stop and talk, they'll stop and talk. But it's not important for me to try to find an area where there's a million people walking around. That's not the point for me. Like, I like to be outside. I like to enjoy the sun. I like to talk to people that want to come look at art, not you happenstance to be, shopping at t-shirt lady next to me, and you're like, oh yeah, look at that, and you come in and you're I love that you're looking at the art, but you're like, you got your kids touching shit, you're not being respectful of the space, and it's like, it's people, there's so many canopies next to me that people that aren't even looking at my art are knocking over my easels, and I'm not doing that shit. That shit happened last weekend, the Easter weekend, and it had me livid because you're knocking over my shit and you're not caring at all. I'm not doing that. So I want to be away from everybody. So I'm going to be way far up where there's pretty much nobody at. And when I get out there, I'm going to get on live and let you guys know where I'm at. But anyways, I just wanted to get on and say hi and let y'all know that my mom is okay. I'm so nauseous. I don't even know what to do. I'm so nauseous that my ears are clogging. I can't wait to have this surgery. I can't wait. But I'm gonna go home after this and try to create. But I gotta do my daughter's hair. There's always so much to do. Anyhow, you guys, stay healthy, stay safe. It's a beautiful Saturday, and I might see some of you guys tomorrow.